So I thought it was a nice picture having her like in between the branches of the tree. That's Pocotó. Yeah, so as you can see, the horses are right at the house. It is thundering more in the distance than right here. Still got some sun. And I thought like, oh, I'll take the opportunity to film them now they're all so close together and so close to home. Today is the... I can't film Gandhi close up, he's got his tongue out. Today is the 12th of April. And the plan is to have the horses in the field that's behind the fence that's there. I don't even know if you can see it, but the fence goes all the way to there. So, and there's a big, like another 15 hectares or something like that behind it. And of course the landowner is not so pleased with the horses making the land really hard for the trees, so he's going to plow it, and of course the horses need to eat. So he says like, well, you know, the sheep are gone from the other field, so just put them there. And of course they have to pass right behind that well to the stables, but for the rest the gate's sort of, you know, there as well. They can be there. I don't really like them having them there because I can't see them, and also sometimes they don't want to come home and I have to go there, and it takes like literally 20 minutes to get there, to if they're at the end, to get them home. And then people say, why don't you leave them out? Well, I can't because one, we have wild boars here and that scares them, but also this one, Olímpio, he doesn't sleep very well, so he gets hyper alert, and you know, I can find all kinds of behavior problems. I also had a pony that would faint if he didn't sleep enough. So I'm you know, I know they don't sleep as well outside as they do inside. That's the short story. Also, you know, people can steal them without me even knowing. So I don't like it, but it's, you know, there's nice grass, and it's very beautiful to film out there, the different types of trees and all that. It's more like English park-like at some points. But you know, land isn't mine. I'm pleased the horses can use it, and I have to obey to his wants. So there's Gandhi. From this angle, at least you can't see his tongue. He might have pulled it in. He's near a pear tree actually, but I don't often get the chance to actually eat the pears from it because the horses find the fruits before I do. I still got lots of Aaron's lilies, but they're melting because of all the rain and all that. They start in February, so this is really, you know, the end of them. Pocotó is still dirty, but this at least I can just brush out. She doesn't have her winter coat anymore. It really sticks to a winter coat, but this summer coat you can just brush it off. She's just a pig in the stable. I really can't help it. She gets new bedding every day, but somehow she poops everywhere and then decides to sleep in it. This side is clean. Oh, actually now it's funny, I can show it. Her brand, her shoulderbrand 06. They do that because especially with mares, when they know they get grey, so they can tell them apart, the breeders. Honey, the brown one, she has the same problem in her front legs now that she had in her hind legs, which is a suspensory problem, which is progressive and chronic. Her owner will send me some powder that helped her with her hind legs, and hopefully that will help her with her front legs. She's already been on some injections and some powders that I got from the vet. Didn't do much. You know, it's attendance and yeah, it's a real problem. But if we can get her pain-free, that would be awesome. Right, so that's the two mares, Honey and Pocotó. They're always together. And then here we have Vincent, the horse that I wrote the book about. And as you can see, he's still got some winter coat and some summer coat. Like here is hello. His shoulder is like and his neck is already winter coat free, but as you can see, he's still got long hairs here and on his back that he hasn't got rid of yet. So he looks a bit molty now, especially rained on. And I wrote a book about him because he was very funny. The first year we had to get used to each other, and he had an opinion, and he was trying to teach me what he wanted, and of course I wanted to teach him what I wanted, and it clashed sometimes, but with great humor we managed to get through it. And now he's a really lovely horse. And he's a Lusitano, but without papers. So that's why we call them cruzados. There's a misunderstanding about cruzados because it sounds like, you know, there's a crossbreed, but often they aren't even crossed with anything. They're just Lusitanos. But you have to get the paperwork done when they're a foal, and they have to be the child of two Lusitano parents that are in the stud book for the adults. What often happens is that because you have to do tests and whatnot to get them in the adult stud book, they breed with Lusitanos that are Lusitanos but just have the foal stud book, and every foal that is from two Lusitano parents will get into the stud book, but they aren't tested to be an adult in the stud book to reproduce, basically. And if you still reproduce with those untested horses, and by testing I mean, you know, they'll look at the conformation and all that, but if you breed with the ones that just have the foal papers, they can't enter the stud book. You still have a Lusitano with two Lusitano parents, but they can't be in the stud book, and it's called a cruzado. Although, you know, they clearly have two Lusitano parents. The same happens when, like, the mother is in the stud book, but the father isn't, or the other way around. You know, it happens actually quite a lot that they breed with stallions that that never got into the adult stud book. They just have the foal papers, and yeah, so then you're breeding cruzados basically, but they're really Lusitano horses. So that's a bit of hopefully clarification of the cruzado, which does not always mean that there is a really crossbred. Usually it's just a Lusitano without papers. The same you see like in the Netherlands with Frisian horses. You will always see, like, you will recognize a Frisian horse, but sometimes they don't have the paperwork that comes with them, but they're still Frisian horses. But anyway, so he's officially cruzado. Hello, kitty cat. But yeah, he probably just has two Lusitano parents. There. Olímpio is he's gone. It's all there. Chestnut. He's a French trotter, and the cats. Hello. Two female cats, and she's stalking the other one. I don't even know if you can see them. It's so funny. Hello. I'm going so far away. I don't worry too much about the thunderstorms. There's so much. So many things that they can hit before the horses, like the trees. So unless the horse is actually under the tree, they have a chance to get hit. But as you can see, they come closer to the house where then not under trees, but surrounded by the trees, and it's pretty safe. I'll leave it up to them. If they want to come in, I'll let them in. It happens. But if they feel safe, like today, then I just leave them out. And yeah. So introduction is always too late. Oh, this is not an, yeah, well, it is an introduction, but my name is Simone Keizer. I have a home for unwanted horses, and that's the umbrella term for, like, you know, old and physically not able to work, or you know, horses that people can't sell, basically, and that nobody would buy, but I do, and then they can live their lives out here. Because what happens with those kind of horses, usually they don't even kill them, they don't even want to bring them to the butcher or whatnot, they don't even want to put them down because that costs money, and they starve them. I'm sorry, but I've seen horrific things. And so yeah, like Vincent sort of came skinny, and I had another skinny horse, and I've seen loads of skinny horses. My the guy that's got horses on the neighboring land, he rescued a few that came from a big batch of starved horses. Some already died. It's a really weird thing with those kind of people that think, like, you know, I don't want it anymore, so I just don't care for it anymore. I mean, give it away. Lots of people do, actually, I must say. But there are options. Sometimes they let them free, and then people find them and take them in. But yeah, a lot of the time they don't. I forgot to film Gandhi from a bit closer up. I'll give you a better view than me. Because he had his dong out, but I think it's it's in now. Okay. No, that's Honey. So he's there, he's my lovely dun. And he's a foal that actually was starved. When I bought him, he was 8 months old, and he came from Spain. I lived in the north of Portugal then, and he was 3 months old, taken away from his mum, which is way too early, and he had to live off scraps, which is not sufficient for a growing horse. And therefore he's mentally stunned, and possibly also physically. Maybe he was a, you know, proper draft horse that meant to be a bit bigger, but yeah, but he is because of his mental underdevelopment, he's got difficulties with learning and all that. So I have tried to start him under the saddle, but he had some accidents with the saddle, not even with me, and yeah, he's just scared, and he's just the problem is when he gets scared, he runs off and he just goes through the gates and through fences, and so I won't, even if I could ride him, I wouldn't never trust him fully, I suppose. And then sometimes I think, yeah, I should send him away to someone who will take the time to train him. And then I thought, like, he's fine. I mean, he can just spend his life here being a lovely horse, and he doesn't need to be ridden. Horses don't need to be ridden. I mean, it's lovely if we can, but he's got a horsey life the way it's meant to be, basically. So, and he's got these two mares. They're always, Tony is hiding together, these three, and they're quite happy. Like, close up of my lilies. It's starting to rain, so I'm going in now.